get real about virtual reality. Facebook's Meta rolling out a new VR headset. Costs about $500, much cheaper than Apple's $3,000 headset. So let's take a look. There you go. These are the new Ray-Ban Meta glasses. Look, it's a glass, not some big bulky thing. It's kind of cool looking glasses. They can live stream your video directly to Facebook or Instagram with just a few taps. Live streaming video with no hands. What could possibly go wrong? Stock didn't move on the news. Let's talk more about this and just this whole thing in general. RSE Ventures CEO Matt Higgins, thanks for joining us. Years ago, there was this thing called Google Glass, kids, and I actually made a crack about running over a squirrel, riding a bike in college drunk. It was a fake story, but I ad-libbed it. John Oliver thought that there was no way I could come up with that, but John, I did. Google Glass was a bust, by the way. What is this? Is this going to work? Who wants to do this?
I think it's basically a solution in search of a problem. I mean, I had the good fortune of being very early in losing money in VR. I thought VR was going to transform sports, wrote a pretty decent check into a company called NextVR to give people different perspectives. And it turns out there just wasn't a customer. I don't think a lot has changed. I think these products are still searching for a customer. They work for gaming. They actually work pretty well for B2B. You know, somebody could overlay blueprints or to train your employees. But I think today's announcement was probably a big yawn. And I suspect Meta probably knows that.
What are they doing then, Matt? I mean, by the way, Facebook, okay, Mark Zuckerberg, he literally built social media, okay, as we know it. But other than that, they haven't innovated anything, really. They buy stuff.
Well, look, I'm long Facebook. Meta.
Okay, well.
So I think Mark is very good at acquiring and very good at trying not to acquire. And I think today was really more a branding play. I think the Quest 3 was a sideshow, although probably pretty good product for gamers. But the real news today was Mark's attempt to continue to rebrand the company as AI focused. He mentioned the metaverse twice. Took him 34 minutes to mention it for the first time. It was probably a mistake. They want to brand themselves as AI. They created these chat bots. I was disappointed they didn't have one for you, Brian, because you were early on this. But the bottom line is today was about rebranding the company and all these fun, playful consumer apps that basically are an attempt to draw their 3.5 billion customers to look at Meta as a place to go to embrace AI.
Yeah, and you're a shareholder, so you want this stuff to succeed. And listen, I think when I'm old, sitting at home, hopefully have some grandkids, maybe if I can't be with them, I can throw on some cool headsets or glasses and be like Ready Player One, where I'm almost in the room and being able to do stuff that I wouldn't be able to do. We're not even close to that yet, but is there some grand breakthrough that maybe we're just not aware of that's going to happen? And maybe Apple's AR, augmented reality, is going to be a lot better than VR, virtual reality. I don't know.
I think the whole thing is built on a false premise. Think how long we've been waiting for 3D to go mainstream at home, right? It was invented in like the 50s or something. So I actually think the whole thing's a sideshow because, consumers don't want an isolated experience. What is interesting that Meta is doing is all the AI work that takes place below the surface, particularly a product called Advantage Plus, where they're helping small businesses figure out their ad strategy using AI. Small businesses I talk to are getting a 20% lift in conversion. That stuff is interesting. I think Meta has a tremendous advantage in AI because they have a huge data set, but the glasses, there's a sideshow, these little chat bots today.
They changed the name of the company to Meta.
Wish they could get that one back. I'm sure. But, Metaverse will
go back to again. Facebook. New Facebook.
Yeah,
it's like new Coke, just Coke. Facebook.
Just Coke. Metaverse will come back around again, though, just not for a few years.
Are people still buying land in the Metaverse with like real money? Remember when that was a thing like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
You could live next to Snoop Dogg online.
Oh, God, I remember that. Yeah, but I still think Bitcoin, still long Bitcoin, and Ethereum will come back too.